I've asked you all to put together some key things that you have learned that you thought would be beneficial for a new couple to know. So I'll just let you all kick it off from there because I know you put this together.
Yeah.
The first one we learned is the importance of catching our foxes. And I remember being in a Bible study here a couple of months ago. We were talking about just the little things, some of the little things. And one of the verses that stuck to my mind was Song of Solomon 2:15. Catch for us the foxes, the little foxes that ruin the vineyards, our vineyards that are in bloom. And that one really tugged at my heart because I knew that coming into the first 90 days that, yes, I had my own way of how I like to do things and how I was living and what time I like to wake up and how I like to go to sleep. And Dell had his own way of going to the gym 3 times a week for 3 hours, and it was just integrating that together it was different. And dinner and Bible study and just trying to balance the whole nine. That was different, and the little things in between all of that, including, I think those little foxes were those little things for us that could possibly just challenge our blossoming relationship. So that's something that we had to, be mindful of.
So now that you're experiencing a little bit of difference here and there, what do you? Can you please share with us? What do you guys do in those differences?
In those differences,
Give us an example and then tell us
sure.
what you guys do.
One of the foxes that I felt, that were coming about, or ever since I've known Dell, since we first started dating, he drinks a lot of water, a lot of water, jugs of water. He brings jugs of water to work, jugs of water to the gym, bottled water everywhere. And so sometimes when he would pick me up before a date, I would get in his car and he would just, get back from the gym and go home and change or something, there would be empty water bottles in the car. And so that was a little bothersome, it was just a little bothersome. And so I had to share that with him, it's trash now, we can throw it away, or, in whatever way I can share it with him. But it's something that still kind of happens once in a while around the house, there's empty water bottles everywhere. And so if you come over and you see that, that's from that. But those are one of the little things that I felt. And I just communicate with him, and he's really good at, taking that information in and trying to do better. But that's one of the things.
For me?
Make it even.
Well, I guess one of my foxes are, and Tavane knows how I am. I like the floor to be clean. Like, we got nice floors, so I'm always sweeping. I'm always, making sure there's nothing, everything's picked up off of them, mopping or whatever. But Tavane, she likes to brush and comb her hair in the bathroom. So, and I don't know if she realizes it or not, but as she's doing that, her hair is falling onto the floor. So, by the end of the week, I'm like, oh, we got a new rug. And she's like, no, it's my hair. And I'm like, so I'm having to, get the little mini vac, and I'm trying to vacuum it up, and sometimes it ends up in the bedroom, and there's just hair all over the place. So that's just kind of one of the things that bothers me a little bit.
She gets that from her mother.
Yeah. And she's like, well, it's been like that since I was young, and that's not gonna change. And I'm like, okay, we have a vacuum though.
So the minor things, and I think not just for a new couple, but even for an older couple or a couple that have been married for a while, sometimes it's the little minor things that comes in between a relationship. It's not the big thing. If you think about the last 3 disagreements that you've had with your partner, your spouse, it probably started with something very, very minor. And it's the small things in life. If you look at what the verse says, it says, catch for us the foxes. It's the little foxes. It's the small things that ruin the vineyards. It's the small things in relationship that often ruin the relationship. And so over time, we have to learn what's important. You know, is this really worth it? There's some things that are just not worth it. And I think we learn that over time as we're married together with our mate, what's worth it and what's not. Is it worth the, because you can win the battle but lose the war.
Right.
That's right.
And so you've got to determine whether or not, is this worth the battle? Because there are other battles that are probably more important than this. So that's really important.